y'all. So today we're going to swatch these two palettes. They're just so big. They need to be swatched on their own in their own video. This is what we're gonna do today. The Urban Decay Game of Thrones and the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I got this as a birthday gift and cried when my ex-roommate got it for me because I love Game of Thrones so much. And then I got this from Marshall's or Nordstrom Rack or one of those places. I got it when I was in New York. Let's go ahead and swatch them. We are going to do this one first. Love the packaging. It is really pretty. I have created a look with this palette. It's definitely worth, yeah, $34.97, 100%. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit all 18 on my arm. So I think we're gonna do the first row to Deceased and then Ice Tray to Undertaker. We'll do 9 and then 9. As always, it's on clean, dry skin, no lotion, no primer, no sticky base, clean, dry skin. My key light is on 68% right now, and it's on the cool setting. I'll probably flip back and forth, but I'll let you know what the percentage is and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get started on this one. I don't think I've ever swatched it in its entirety, so I'm excited to see what they all look like. Here we've got the first three. We've got Cullinan, Mint Tea, and Crystal Flesh. Really pretty. That is a very pretty sparkly white. Pretty pretty. The shimmers and like the shimmers, these two are very soft as well. But they're very pretty. The next three shades are I'm Cold, Untouchable, and Priceless. That blue is gorgeous. The I'm Cold shade. Very silky smooth mattes. I will say that. They are nice. We got the next three. We've got Power, Blue Blood, and Deceased. Very pretty dark gray and some blues and a metallic. Very pretty. Here are the first 9 shades. The mattes are very light, kind of pastel-y. I have my key light on 100% right now, but I'm gonna take it down in just a minute. So about 60. I'm gonna name off the shades first. So starting from the top, we've got Cullinan, Minty, Crystal Flesh, I'm Cold, Untouchable, Priceless, Power, Blue Blood, and Deceased. And I'm sorry, but that Deceased shade, I don't know. It's like a metal, I don't know what it is, but it did not swatch well. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like gluey or gummy. Like it didn't want to swipe on my arm much at all. Take the, so there we're on 20, 40, 60. I mean, they're decent. Not bad. Not for, you know, $35, but I did make a really pretty look with it. So, I mean, I'm happy with it. But just that bottom shade is just really weird. Let's go ahead and go on to the last 9. The first of the next 9, we've got Ice Tray, Blue Monday, and Flourishing. That Blue Monday shade is absolutely stunning. It's like a blurple, like a blue purple. Very pretty. That shimmer is very pretty too. Ice Tray, I like that. And the next 3, Wealthy, Celebrity Skin, and Entitled. Also want to say that my key light is on 60% right now. I feel like 100 just washes them out too much. So I'm trying 60 and seeing if that's better. Still, filming and stuff is so new to me. So I don't know a lot when it comes to like lighting. So, and the last 3 from the last 9, that is gorgeous. Ugh. We've got Ocean Ice, Cremated, and Undertaker. It's just absolutely stunning. That one, the blue ice, Ocean Ice. Yummy. That's gorgeous. And here are the last 9 shades. Definitely like these 9 a bit more than the first 9 because they're fun. But the mattes are a little, see that Blue Monday shade up here? It's a little patchy. Just a little bit. It's a gorgeous shade, but it's just a little patchy. That Ocean Ice, ugh, gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna name them off from the top. Ice Tray, Blue Monday, Flourishing, Wealthy, Celebrity Skin, Entitled, Ocean Ice, Cremated, and Undertaker. Look at those two, Entitled and Ocean Ice. Oh, that's just stunning. I will say the mattes are buildable on the eye. I have tried them, just when swatching them, they're just a little weird. I still got my key light on 60. All right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Do some on 100 real quick. That Ocean Ice shade is just so pretty. So yeah, let me clean up and then we'll go over final thoughts and everything. Final thoughts. I mean, it's a decent palette. The mattes are a little on the light pastel-y side, especially the first 9. I think the most pigmented one was the Blue Blood shade. And then over here, the Blue Monday shade was a little patchy. This Decay shade was just really weird. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like glue or gum. I don't know if there's like something on top of it that's making it like not want to pick up on my finger at all or what, but yeah. I do think my favorite shade out of the entire palette is the Ocean Ice shade though. Absolutely gorgeous. When I did a look with this, I used it with the Icy palette from Glamlight and it made a really pretty look. Yeah, I mean, it's good for the price I paid for it. I don't know if I would ever pay the full price, the $52. I don't think so, but for the $34 and wherever I got it from, Nordstrom Rack or something in New York, I'm happy with what I paid and, you know, where I got it. So, all in all, it's not bad. It's not my favorite. The Glamlight Blue Raspberry palette was far better than this, and that is just my honest and personal opinion. So yeah, that is the Blue Blood palette. Let's move on to the Game of Thrones palette. And next up, we've got the Game of Thrones Urban Decay palette. Like I said in the beginning, my ex-roommate, she's still one of my good friends, but she moved to a different state, and she got this for me in, I think, 2019, and she got it for my birthday, and I was so freaking excited and just so overwhelmed with emotion because I love Game of Thrones. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. I rewatch it all the damn time. Don't get me started on season 8. We would be here for hours because I could talk your ear off about season 8, season 7 and season 8 at that. Also, if you've never watched Game of Thrones and you want to, and you've never watched season 8 or season 7, don't listen. Stop listening. Back out of this video right now. Right now. I don't mind how it ended. I'm just mad that we only had 8 seasons. If we would have had, I mean, for crying out loud, the Hound and Arya were together for what? 2 seasons? Season and a half? On their little thing. So, we had no time. It's just like D&D. They were just like, well, fuck Game of Thrones. We haven't just spent the last 10 years on this damn show, but we don't care about it anymore because now we were signed to do Star Wars, but that never freaking happened. I don't know. I just wish that we would have had another season or another 2 seasons for build-up. They destroyed some of my favorite characters in season 8, and I don't mind how it ended. There were signs, clear signs, all the way back in season 1, season 2 of Dany, but I'm just mad about how we got there. I love Game of Thrones, and it's such a hot topic for me. Like, I can get into conversations about it, and I am open to everyone's opinion. I loved Daenerys from season 1 to season 6. Season 7 is when she started pissing me off so freaking bad. Then we got season 8. So, you know, it is what it is. It's over and done with. There's nothing we can do about it. I can rewatch that show, season 1 through 6, all the freaking time. And then when I get to season 7, that's when I get a little meh. And then once I get to season 7, episode 4, and the Loot Train Attack episode, that's when I'm like done. I don't rewatch anymore after season 7, episode 4. What, The Spoils of War, I think it's called. After that episode, I can't watch it. I have never rewatched season 8 since it aired. I asked for, when I still worked at the place I previously worked at, I asked for Sundays off, Sunday nights off, so I could be home watching Game of Thrones every Sunday. And then I just got everything, like, we all got shit shoved in our face after that was over and done with. I just wish we would have had more seasons. I would love to talk about this in the comments. Put your own opinions in there. I am open to hear other people's thoughts and opinions on the show, because we all have different ones, or we all have similar ones. I would love to know your thoughts and comments about the Game of Thrones ending and such. So anyway, I've gone on long enough. Let's get into the damn palette. This, to me, like I said, I got this in like 2019. It is old as heck, but this is a damn collector's item at this point. I mean, I've used it once for a look, but you know, the color stories they're okay, but it's just really not for me. It's just a collector's item. I'm never getting rid of this because, I mean, regardless of the last season and a half of Game of Thrones being absolute, I am still a lover of Game of Thrones. I love that damn show. Just so cool. It's just awesome. So good. Let's go ahead, and then you got the palette down here. It comes out. It's big and bulky and chunky, but again, it's a collector's item. Here is the palette. And I think what we're gonna do is we'll do these two sections together, and then we'll do these two sections separately, because I'm not gonna be able to fit 20 shadows on my arm. There's just no way. So, but as always, I'll name off all the shades and all that good stuff. So, all right, I just wanted to do an up close video real quick of all of the shadows. I think out of all like the little sections, this top one is one of my favorites. Not big on that one. They're just not really big like shades for me. Not really big on this one either. I like this one. So the top and the bottom ones are some of my favorite shades. They have some of my favorite shades, like that Stormborn and Bend the Knee shade. Up here, the Free Folk and White Walker shades, and even Hard Home is kind of like a silvery color too. They're really pretty. But that Winterfell shade looks really nice too. I still don't even know what those little side ones are, all of which can be customized with our 4 Transformer shades. Whatever that means. I don't know if that means it makes them more sparkly or what, but the North, then we have House Stark, then we have House Lannister, then House Targaryen. The North and House Targaryen are probably like my 2 favorites. They have the shades I would use the most if I were to actually use it. But when I tried this palette out, like when I first got it, it just, I didn't know how to do makeup. I didn't know how to do eyeshadow. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it just didn't look good. And that just discouraged me so much. So I never touched it again. But now that I know how to do eyeshadow, I could probably make a look with the shadows in here if I were to pick it back up again. But hey, let's go ahead and get started on this. I could just sit here and talk about Game of Thrones all fucking night, but we're not going to do it. I'm not going to subject y'all to that. So yeah, let's get started. All right, we got the first 3 from the North section. So we've got Take the Black, White Walker, and Frozen North. You can really see the shimmer in that black matte. And then that White Walker shade is just like frosty, and it's kind of got some blue. It's so pretty. I love frosty, bluey, white shades like that. like that a lot. Again, same as before, I'm swatching on clean, dry skin. No lotion, no primer, no sticky base. And we've got the last two shades from the North section. Absolutely gorgeous shades. We've got Free Folk and Hard Home. Look at that silver. That is beautiful. It's so reflective. I do have my key light on 100% right now, but once we are all swatched and I show you my arm, I will turn it down a little bit. So gorgeous. All right, and then here we have the first three from House Stark. Pretty earthy shades. We've got Nymeria, Winter is Here, and Weirwood Leaves. Yeah, pretty shades. They're just too earthy and neutral for me though. I mean, neutral's not bad, but I want smoky silvers and icy whites and blues and greens and multi-chromes and purples. But they're pretty. And the last two from House Stark. That Transformer shade is really pretty. It's very messy though. It is like very crumbly in the pan. We've got the Sight and Winterfell. Or as Hot Pie would say, Winter Hell. Very pretty. Here are the first 10 shades. We've got the North and House Stark. Love the North shades. Holy crap, those are pretty. And I do like the Winterfell shade from House Stark, but it is a little bit too gold. It's a little bit more on the cooler toned gold side, but it's still a little too gold for me. I do have the key light on 100% right now, so I am going to turn it down so we can see the differences. There's 20, 40, 60. I'll leave it on 60. So I'm going to tell you the shade names. Starting from the top, we've got Take the Black, White Walker, Frozen North, Free Folk, Hard Home, Nymeria, Winter is Here, Weirwood Leaves, The Sight, and Winterfell. Very pretty. I think my favorite is definitely going to be the North and House Targaryen though. I just still don't understand. Like, if you know what those Transformer shades are, please leave it in the comments, because I'm really not sure. Look at that White Walker shade. It's pretty and blue. And then Free Folk, is that silver? Pretty. All right, that is the first 10. So now let's go ahead and move on to the last 10, which is House Lannister and House Targaryen. Here are the first three shades of House Lannister and the first three shades of the last 10. We've got Red Keep, Casterly Rock, and House Lannister. Very pretty. If you like these types of shades. They're just far too neutral for me, but pretty nonetheless on my fingers anyway. We'll see how they swatch. All right, and we've got the last two shades from House Lannister. We've got Lannister Red and King's Landing. Pretty pretty. I don't know if I mentioned it, but my key light is back up to 100%. When we look at the arm swatch, I will turn it back down. And here are the first three shades of House Targaryen. That one is gorgeous. It's got like pink, purple, blue. So pretty. We've got Stormborn, House Targaryen, and Dothraki. Gorgeous. There's really only like 2 or 3 shades out of House Targaryen that I really like. It's the purples and maybe the Transformer shade. The other 2 are just too gold. But it'd be beautiful for, you know, people that actually like those types of colors. And we've got the last 2 shades of House Targaryen and the entire palette. We've got Ben the Knee and Bay of Dragons. I think this shade and the White Walker shade and Free Folk shade from the North are my favorite shades from the entire palette. Just look at it. It's so blue, like the reflect. It's like a purple, light lilac-y purple, and then it like goes to blue. So it must be blue glitters in there. It's gorgeous. I just can't stop looking at it. Look at how pretty. So pretty. All right, let's swatch these two and then I'll show you my arm. Ugh, gorgeous. All right, here are the last 10 shades. Absolutely stunning. Still have my key light on 100. We're gonna turn it down in just a minute. Oh, just look at the sparkle. Oh, I love it. Trying to get that blue flip on that Bend the Knee shade, but it doesn't really want to show right now. You can see a little bit of the blue right there. It's just such an awkward angle trying to record it and move my arm at the same time. So these first 5 are House Lannister, and then we've got House Targaryen. Starting from the top, we've got Red Keep, Casterly Rock, House Lannister, Lannister Red, King's Landing, Stormborn, House Targaryen, Dothraki, Bend the Knee, and Bay of Dragons. And I'm gonna turn down the key light. So we've got 20, 40, 60. Now you can see the blue and that Bend the Knee shade down there. See the blue? Purple and blue sparkles. Oh, and look at the sparkles on Stormborn. Kind of looks like a light gray or black base with some purple and pinky shimmers. Gorgeous. You know, I don't really know if I've ever swatched this palette in its entirety before. I'm glad I did though. It's very pretty. And it's just, you know, it's a collector's item. I'm never getting rid of it. Even if it's, you know, just keeping the boxes and stuff and eventually getting rid of the shadows. I can't. It's a collector's item. That is the palette. It's really pretty. And, you know, I think now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with working with eyeshadow and stuff, maybe I could create a really pretty smoky eye with the North or pretty purple eye with House Targaryen. The two in the middle I just probably will never use just because they're too earthy and too neutral. They're just not for me, and too jewel toned. It's just really not for me. The purples are pretty. So yeah, let me clean up and we'll go over final thoughts. One last look at the palette. It actually swatched way better than I expected. This is the only Urban Decay palette that I have. Had a little 6-pan one that I got in a little like Christmas gift set at TJ Maxx. I just wasn't particularly fond of that one, so I decluttered it in my declutter video. But this is one of the first like bigger palettes that I ever got, you know, from like a higher end brand other than like, you know, drugstore. But the quality is really good. It's better than that little 6-pan eyeshadow palette that I got in that little kit. It's definitely better quality than that. My favorites are the top, the North section, and the House Targaryen section, only because of the Stormborn shade and the Bend the Knee shade. Those are the only two I like. That one's not bad, but it's just more pinky. I'm okay with pinks to a degree if they're like hot pink or like magenta, fuchsia, purpley pinks. Not like that pink. Like the Hershey Kiss Lava Cake Glam Light palette. I like the pink in there. That's pretty. I do like the Winterfell shade, but it's just, it may be a little cool toned, but it's still just gold. I'm pleasantly surprised by this palette. I liked it more than I remembered liking it. All right, let me get everything else together and we'll go over everything else. One last look at both together. This one is fine. I mean, I still stick by what I've already said. I mean, the mattes were a little, some of the shimmers or metallics were a little, but for the $34.97 I paid for it, it's worth it. That's about it. It did make a really pretty blue look. I can't remember exactly what shades I used. I think I used Blue Blood and I'm Cold. But yeah, I would like to play with it some more and kind of maybe use Blue Monday and that Ocean Ice shade, because that one is the star of the palette. It is gorgeous. It's good. It's okay, you know. I'm kind of in the middle with it. It works and does a decent job. I just love the packaging. The packaging is so big and it looks like a coffin, and I love the packaging. And then we've got this little beauty. Like I've said a million freaking times already, it's a collector's item. I don't know if I'll ever use it again for like eyeshadow or eye looks, but I just love Game of Thrones. So yeah, if you want to have a conversation about Game of Thrones, start talking in the comments, because I could talk about Game of Thrones all damn day. That is this video. If you like this type of content, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. But if you don't like this type of content, you do not have to do any of that. I am just here to film what I like, show y'all what I like, whether that's swatching every single palette I own, doing my Lashify lashes, doing a makeup tutorial, not even a tutorial, just showing you how I do my makeup, or filming my cat, because I love my cat so damn much. He's my best friend. I'm just here to have fun and get out of my comfort zone and to try and make myself not be so freaking shy anymore, because I'm a very shy person. So I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe, but do not feel obligated to do so. We all like what we like, content-wise. We all have our preferences. I am into makeup, beauty, skincare, and I also love like true crime. Cave diving gone wrong, mountain climbing gone wrong, those types of stories. But I'm not big into other things, you know? So we all have our preferences of what we like and what we don't like. If you did like this, I would love for you to be a part of my channel. Let's go film the fur baby. He's taking a nap. But let's go film the fur baby. We always close out the video with Ryker. Sometimes even put cameos in the middle, but he's been napping, so I'm trying to leave him alone. So there's none in the middle, but definitely at the end. So let's go see him. Why is he so stinking cute? Why are cats so stinking cute in general? I get this feeling of like overwhelming, I want to squeeze him because he's so cute, but I know that would hurt him, so I don't ever do it. But I love cats so much. He's my best friend. Yeah. Are you gonna stretch? Oh, yes. Stretch? Hey. Oh, handsome. Hi. Oh, I just love him so much. He's my little boy. He's my good little kitty. Oh. Sticking that butt up in the air like this. Oh. He's stretching his little toes. His little toes. Can I rub your belly? Yeah, I can rub your belly. Oh. It's adorable. Kitty sneezes are so cute. Can you say bye, YouTube? Can you give slow blinks like you did last time? Can you give pretty eyes? He looks mad. Hey, can you give pretty eyes? Pretty eyes is whenever he slowly closes his eyes. We do that back and forth to each other a lot, where I'll close my eyes really slow and then he'll close his eyes really slow, and we just do that back and forth. That's what I call pretty eyes. He did it for me in the last video at the very end, I think, of my Ipsy unboxing. All right, y'all have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. Say bye, YouTube.